Hello and welcome to this Fotospeed video, as always with me, Tim Jones. It's a very exciting video today because we are launching a new paper here at Fotospeed and we're quite excited about it. But before we get into any of that, and talking about this new paper called Natural Smooth 310, please don't forget to subscribe to the Fotospeed YouTube channel and also sign up to the Fotospeed newsletter on fotospeed.com. I'll put all the links and everything in the description below for you. Also, don't forget to download, if you haven't already, the free ebook we offer here at Fotospeed called The Art of Printing. Again, I'll put some links in the description below. And if you are in the US, don't forget you can now order through a Midwest Photo. I thought I'd get the housekeeping out of the way nice and quickly at the start today because we want to talk about the new paper, Natural Smooth 310. Now, this is a paper that we've been working on for quite a while now, to be honest. Now, it is a new signature paper as well, so it's to go into our signature range, where a photographer or artist puts their name to this paper, and the signature on Natural Smooth 310 is none other than landscape photographer Nigel Danson. So if you haven't already, go and check out his video on this amazing paper as well. I'll put some links and everything in the description below. But today I want to give you an overview of this paper, looking at the key features. Also, I want to look at how it compares to other Fotospeed papers and other papers we have in our range. So to start with, Natural Smooth is a fine art matte smooth paper. Now, the biggest point of difference with Natural Smooth 310 is what the paper is made of. This is our first sustainable, eco-friendly or eco-conscious paper that we've released. Now, the paper is made of 34% hemp, which gives natural strength and also sustainability as well, because hemp takes less water and less land to produce than, say, cotton. It is also made up of 33% recycled fibres as well. So this is reusing existing resources that are available to us. And it's also made of 33% alpha cellulose as well to give a premium print performance. The paper gives exceptional print quality, but it also gives you peace of mind and an awareness that the paper is eco-conscious and also is sustainable as well. So hopefully this will appeal to a lot of people out there that are thinking about sustainability and have looked at other manufacturers' sustainable products out on the market. Now here at Fotospeed, we have our own called Natural Smooth 310. Now, apart from the makeup of it being predominantly made of hemp and recycled fibres, it's a natural white product as well. It has this ultra smooth, beautiful finish to it. Now, the one thing I have to say, instantly when I picked up this paper, is it feels a lot heavier than 310 GSM. It is quite a thick paper as well. It feels beautiful in your hand because of this as well. It just feels nice and heavy. It feels like a proper paper. I mean, the weight of this is beautiful. It really has to be held to kind of get the full benefit of the paper as well. I should say this is fully archival. It's fine art paper. It is ArtSure approved by the Fine Art Trade Guild as well. So it's acid free and being tested on the blue wool scale for archivability. I hope you can see by all the paper, all kind of different subjects and things I've got on the table here, it kind of does a bit of everything, and it is a beautiful paper to have. And I'm gonna, later on in the video, we're gonna have a look at some other papers in the Fotospeed range and compare it against it and have a look. Now, the paper is available in rolls and cut sheet as well. So we go right from A4 right up to A2 in cut sheet, and then from the 24-inch roll right up to a 60-inch. Absolutely stunning paper. I've been printing on it for this video, and I've kind of been a little bit spoiled with subject matter and things. It really is lovely and sharp and things. If we just have a look at some of these pictures, I mean, for wildlife, it works particularly well, I think. Absolutely beautiful in the kind of the sharpness and kind of the detail it brings. But as it was developed in conjunction with Nigel Danson, obviously it's going to be perfect for, say, landscape shots and things like that. colour just seems to pop off the page with it as well. It really does give this kind of, it just kind of pops. Although it's got this white, this natural white type of finish to it, this natural base, so it is slightly warmer than say a bright white type of paper, it really does hold colour absolutely fantastically. Black and whites also print beautifully on it. The black point is really, really nice. It's comparable, I would say, to like a platinum cotton perhaps. It's kind of that type of black point. However, it is very deep and it just looks really, really nice. It's the sharpness of the paper that I can't get over, how sharp things look on this paper. And that was the big thing, I think, when I first saw this paper, was the detail it brings out and how sharp it is. That really does stand out to me. I know I've said it before, kind of repeating myself a little bit, but it is the sharpness. Like on this Taj Mahal picture here, the sharpness does kind of come through just in the brickwork at the top here and things. It really does kind of shine through, and it's kind of a strange, you have to kind of see it to believe it, if that makes sense. But with these pictures, I think you can see hopefully that it's not just a landscape paper, but it can do a bit of everything, and it can kind of handle kind of subtle tones and bright colors as well. Like I've used my pencil picture here that I kind of used in most of the kind of videos and things, and it really does kind of make the colors pop off the page a little bit. But I'm going to swap these prints out, and we're going to look at other papers as well. So hopefully you can see this a little bit more happening and how it compares to an NST Bright White and the matte baryta we've released recently, but also the smooth cotton as well, and how it compares to our best-selling matte smooth papers currently, and what a wonderful addition it is to actually our range as well. Okay, let me get rid of these prints. I'll bring in the other ones and we can have a look and go into this a little bit more detail on actually kind of how natural smooth fits into our range. Okay, I'm back and I have just cleared those prints out of the way, and I've got some prints here on the new paper, the Natural Smooth 310, and I've picked kind of three. I picked a black and white. It's kind of nice and contrasty, something with a bright colour and something with some shadow detail, bit of colour in here, and also a little bit of sharpness and things in here as well, which works quite well. And I've also got three other papers here, which I've printed the same prints on each of them. So I've got NST Bright White, Smooth Cotton, and also Matte Baryta as well. So I'm going to start with the swimming pool picture, because we're going to look at colour to start with and how Natural Smooth projects colour and actually prints colour as well. So the paper we probably think of when we're thinking of bright colour is probably going to be NST Bright White, which is this top one here. I'm always going to keep Natural Smooth in the middle here, and then we can have a compare as well. So I've got Smooth Cotton also here as well. So we'll pop that in here, and instantly I can see that I'll put Matte Baryta in as well, just over here. And I'm just going to do this because I want to just have a look. So we've got Matte Baryta, NST Bright White, Smooth Cotton, and we've got the Natural Smooth 310 in the bottom left hand here. Okay. Now, instantly, it's not a huge difference. I will say I've used the new Canon Pro 1100 to print these, and I've used custom profiles on all the prints as well, so we got a nice even playing field. Now, instantly, I can see the Natural Smooth, colour-wise, is absolutely popping off the page. The other prints, we've got the Matte Baryta, the NST Bright White. Let me just have a look. It just looks, I'm a bit surprised, to be honest, because I thought the NST Bright White with its white, higher white point and the natural and the Smooth Cotton here I would expect the smooth cotton to just subdue things a little bit, but it's not a lot. I mean, we are nitpicking here. I can see like the railings and things at the top here. I'll probably see it in some other pictures as well. It's just a tiny little bit sharper on the natural smooth. And that, like I said before, is something that's really popped out at me, is the sharpness of this paper. Color-wise, they're all fairly similar. However, it does look like the natural smooth has just held a little bit more contrast. Over all three, to be honest. The NST Bright White is probably the closest, but it just looks a little bit sharper. I'm a little bit, yeah, I'm a bit blown away by it, to be honest. And it's just, yeah, just held that sharpness really, really nicely. Not saying the others are not good at all. They are absolutely beautiful. They all have their own qualities. Just the natural smooth has a tiny little bit more sharpness. The NST Bright White looks great. I think that possibly the colour and possibly detail, looking at it, I don't know, there's not a lot in it, to be fair, between the colour and things, but it does look absolutely fantastic. It's, when you hold this paper as well, the weight of it, I mean, there is quite a substantial weight difference between, say, a smooth cotton and the natural smooth as well, and the thickness of it, it lies beautifully flat as well, which is probably a big selling point if you're framing or mounting or something. But really, really impressed, and like you see, the colour just pops off the page with it. Let me just pop these to the side a second, because I just want to have a look at the car picture here as well, because we are talking a little bit about colour and things like that, but in here it's about the shadow detail and how it kind of reflects this colour. So I've got the smooth cotton, and we'll grab the NST Bright White here as well. Now I'd expect in a picture like this, the NST Bright White to kind of be possibly the paper of choice with a picture like this. Now I've kept the natural smooth in the middle here. And what I want to look at is this area kind of here for the minute, where we've got this black and it's holding the contrast. Now, for a picture like this, we might think about the brighter, we might think about a semi-gloss type of picture, because we've got this detail at the top here and things like this. I think that would probably be my thinking. A smooth cotton-based matte, perhaps, might not be the first choice I think of, because it might just subdue it and we'll lose that contrast a little bit. So I would think probably the higher white points of mattes possibly might be the way to go. The matte brighter, I have to say, is kind of, it's just subdued that colour a little bit for me when compared to the natural smooth. It has just subdued that colour. We have got a better, well, not a better, but say a deeper black perhaps in the detail here. And it's just held a little bit more sharpness perhaps. And the NST Bright White, again, it has held, again, they're going to be very comparable, these two papers, which the sharpness of the natural smooth is beautiful. NST Bright White has that higher white point, so it does just pop very, very slightly, a little bit more, but the colour and rendition of them are absolutely fantastic. The smooth cotton, though, is a bit surprising. It just hasn't, the smooth cotton, I will say that the natural smooth does have a slightly deeper black point, I have to say. Very, very slight compared to the smooth cotton, and that's where we're thinking about how to use paper as editing. And it probably wouldn't be my choice for this picture. It would be the natural smooth or the NST Bright White in this case, just because they got that whiter point, and it does pop off the page a little bit better. But it's the natural smooth sharpness I really like. I'm not saying these papers aren't sharp, don't get me wrong. All four of these papers are absolutely pin sharp when you print on them. Now it just does seem, and I don't know why, but it's just perhaps the letter in it is a little bit sharper as well. Very, very slight. I mean, I'm really nitpicking here. I mean, looking under a magnifying glass kind of thing. absolutely nitpicking, but it really does do this lovely range of colour and things very, very nicely. Okay, let's move on to the black and whites as well, because it's all right with colour and it's all right with kind of the black points and things like that. But with black and whites, there's nowhere to hide. Now, I'm going to do the NST Bright White to start with, then we'll look at the other two I have here as well. Because I want to look at the NST Bright White because this is where I would probably think of, if you wanted a smooth matte paper to print black and whites, you want something with a high white point. Neutral white and natural white papers do work, and slightly warmer papers do work with black and white. However, sometimes you are sacrificing a little bit of detail, and I can see very slightly the NST Bright White. It's just a different quality to it, I think. There's no less contrast. The black isn't any different in the paper. It gives this beautiful black point, very comparable as well. Whereas like the smooth cotton, you can sometimes just lose a little bit of detail in the shadows, possibly. And the matte brighter, again, it just has this different quality to it. And again, it's about using these papers to be able to kind of edit your work and to use it as a different kind of editing tool. I mean, you're not going to be disappointed with any of these papers, to be honest, but the natural smooth, it really does hold its head high when compared to these papers. For me, the natural smooth is sharpness wise and kind of punch wise and contrast wise, it's on a par with NST Bright White, which is probably one of our favourite papers to print on just because of that. It's a nice, easy paper to print on. They all have their own place and all have their own purpose in here as well. But the natural smooth is absolutely beautiful. And it really does give this absolutely beautiful print, which I'm very impressed with, to be honest. They've done a good job, the guys. And it's that weight that I think is really nice as well. The smooth cotton feels beautiful in your hand because of those fibres, but it's just, you do notice the weight of the natural smooth when compared to other papers. So I think I'm going to leave it there because I think I've talked about it enough and how this paper is beautiful and really nice. And I've been quite impressed with it. And I imagine Nigel is as well, because he's put his name to it as the signature artist on this signature range paper that we're releasing. Profiles are all on the website. The paper is available now to buy, so head over to photospeed.com. I'll put links in the description below. Also, when you're there, don't forget to sign up to the Fotospeed newsletter. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fotospeed YouTube channel. And also download the free Art of Printing, the free ebook from us here at Fotospeed. Also, if you're in North America, you can order this paper through Midwest Photo. I'll put the links and everything below for you. And on that note, don't forget we release new videos here every week on the Fotospeed YouTube channel. So I will say bye-bye and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.